discussing about identifying the first few terms of a sequence from a general rule. There are instances that a general rule is provided and the first few terms of the sequence is to be identified. So, ang sabi daw, yung general rule ay ibibigay sa atin at tayo naman ang kukuha ng first few terms nung sequence na yon. So, kapag ganun ang gagawin, a process of substitution will be used. Substitution. Ibig sabihin, magsa-substitute lang tayo. Pero syempre, para mas maintindihan natin, kailangan meron tayong examples. At isa-isahin natin ang mga examples na yan para mas maintindihan. Let's proceed with our first example. Identify the first four terms of the sequence given the general rule of n plus 2. Okay, kailangan nating kunin ang first four terms. So, kukunin ko ang first term, which is a sub 1. Second term, which is a sub 2. Third term, which is a sub 3. And fourth term, which is a sub 4. So, ano-ano ang steps para magawa natin to? The very first step is to set for the value of n. So, for our first term, our n will be equal to 1. Bakit 1? Kasi a sub 1. Okay? Then, second step, copy natin yung general rule. N plus 2. Third step, yung sinabi kanina na process, substitution. Therefore, isa-substitute natin yung 1 doon sa n. So, imbis na n, magiging 1. And then, copy ko yung plus 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. Therefore, our first term is 3. Nakukuha ba? Sunod, kunin naman natin ang second term. So, dahil second term, our n will be 2. Second step, copy natin yung general rule na n plus 2. Third step, substitute yung 2 doon sa n. So, imbis na n, magiging 2. Then, copy ko yung plus 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. Therefore, our second term is 4. Next, kunin naman natin ang third term. So, the third term, our n will be equal to 3. Second step, copy yung general rule. Third step, substitute yung 3 doon sa n. So, imbis na n, magiging 3. And then, copy plus 2. 3 plus 2 is 5. Therefore, our third term or a sub 3 is 5. Next, kunin naman natin ang fourth term. So, dahil fourth term, our n will be equal to 4. So, second step, copy natin yung general rule. Third step, substitute. Substitute yung 4 dun sa n. So, imbis na n, magiging 4. And then, plus 2. 4 plus 2 is 6. Therefore, our fourth term is 6. So, nakuha na natin ang a sub 1, a sub 2, a sub 3, and a sub 4. Those are the first term, second term, third term, and fourth term. So, we can now say that the first four terms of that sequence are 3, 4, 5, and 6. Nakukuha ba? Okay. Proceed tayo sa second example. So, ano ba ang ating second example? 3n minus 1. Okay. Kanina plus, ngayon minus naman. Kanina n lang. Ngayon, meron ng coefficient yung n na 3. Ano kayong mangyayari? Tingnan natin. So, ulit, kukunin natin ang first term, second term, third term, at fourth term. Sa pagkuha ng first term, ang n ay magiging 1. Then, copy natin yung general rule, 3n minus 1. Third step, substitute yung 1 doon sa n. Pero syempre, may coefficient na tayong 3. Kaya, copy ko muna yung 3. Then, imbis na n, isa-substitute ko yung 1. And then, copy ko yung minus 1. So, 3 times 1 is 3. And then, copy ko yung minus 1. 3 minus 1 is 2. Therefore, our first term is 2. Next, proceed tayo sa ating second term. So, second term, ang n ay magiging 2. Then, copy yung general rule, 3n minus 1. Third step, substitute natin yung 2 dun sa n. So, copy ko muna yung 3. Then, imbis na n, magiging 2. And then, copy minus 1. 3 times 2 is 6. Minus 1, we have 5. So, our second term is 5. Next, proceed tayo sa third term. So, the third term, ang n ay magiging 3. Next step, copy yung general rule. Next step, substitute yung 3 doon sa n. Copy ko muna yung 3. Substitute ko yung 3 doon sa n. And then, minus 1. 3 times 3 is 9. Minus 1. 9 minus 1 is 8. Therefore, our third term is 8. Next, proceed tayo sa fourth term. So, fourth term, ang n natin ay 4. Copy yung general rule. Then, substitute yung 4 sa n. Therefore, 3, imbis na n, magiging 4. Then, minus 1. 3 times 4 is 12. Minus 1, we have 11. So, our fourth term is 11. Now, we have the first, second, third, and fourth term. So, we can say that our first four terms are 2, 5, 8, and 11. Nakukuha? Proceed tayo sa ating third example. Ano naman kaya ang ating third example? So, we have n plus 1 over 2. Naku, fraction na. Pero wag matakot. Kahit fraction yan, madali lang yan. Same process, same procedure ang gagawin natin. So, ganun pa rin. Kunin pa rin natin ang first term, second term, third term, at fourth term. So, para sa first term, ang n natin ay magiging 1. Copy ko yung general rule. Then, substitute. So, imbis na n, papalitan ko ng 1. Then, copy ko na yung plus 1 over 2. 1 plus 1, it's 2 over 2. Pero, may lowest term ba ang 2 over 2? Meron, and that is 1. Therefore, our first term is 1. Kukuha? Sunod, second term. So, our n will be equal to 2. Copy ko yung general rule, n plus 1 over 2. Then, substitute yung 2 doon sa n. So, imbis na n, lalagay natin ay 2. Then, plus 1 over 2. Then, 2 plus 1 is 3 over 2. May lowest term ba ang 3 over 2? Wala. Therefore, ang second term na natin ay 3 over 2. Next, proceed tayo sa third term. Ang n natin ay magiging 3. Then, copy yung general rule. And then, copying the general rule, substitute naman natin yung 3 doon sa n. So, imbis na n, magiging 3. Then, plus 1 over 2. 3 plus 1 is 4 over 2. May lowest term ba ang 4 over 2? Meron, and that is 2. Therefore, our third term is 2. Next, fourth term. So, fourth term, ang n natin ay 4. Copy the general rule, n plus 1 over 2. Now, substitute, imbis na n, magiging 4. So, imbis na n, papalitan natin ng 4. And then plus 1 over 2. 4 plus 1 is 5 over 2. May lowest term ba ang 5 over 2? Wala. Therefore, our fourth term is 5 over 2. So, meron na ulit tayong first, second, third, at fourth term. So, we can say that the first four terms are 1, 3 over 2, 2, and 5 over 2. Nakukuha? Proceed tayo sa fourth example. So, this time, ang binigay ay 2 raised to n. Naku, may exponent na. Pero kahit may exponent, ganun pa rin. Same process. Kunin natin ang first term, second term, third term, at fourth term. So, para sa first term, our n will be equal to 1. And, copy natin yung general rule. Then, substitute yung 1 doon sa n. So, imbis na 2 raised to n, magiging 2 raised to 1. At ang 2 raised to 1 ay 2. Therefore, our first term is 2. Okay. Next, second term. Our n will be equal to 2. Then, copy natin yung general rule na 2 raised to n. So, copy ko yung 2 and then yung exponent na n, papalitan natin ng 2. So, we have 2 raised to 2. And 2 raised to 2 is 4. Therefore, our second term is 4. Next, third term. Third term, our n will be equal to 3. Copy the general rule, 2 raised to n. Substitute natin. Copy ko yung 2, then imbis na n, papalitan ko ng 3. So, 2 raised to 3 is like 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. So, our third term is 8. Next, fourth term. Our n will be equal to 4. Copy the general rule, 2 raised to n. Substitute natin yung 4 dun sa n. So, imbis na 2 raised to n, magiging 2 raised to 4. Ang 2 raised to 4 ay 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, which is 16. Therefore, our fourth term is 16. So, we now have the first, second, third, and fourth term. So, we can say that our first 4 terms are 2, 4, 8, and 16. Nakukuha? Okay. So, sa tingin ko ay nakuha naman ang lahat. So, take note lang, tandaan, kapag kukunin ang first 4 terms, ang gagawin lang naman natin is isa-substitute yung number na term doon sa n. So, kung kahit yan pa ay find the first 10 terms, makukuha natin. Find the 10th term, makukuha natin. Isa-substitute lang natin yung pang-term na ibinigay doon sa n. Okay? If that's the case, then wala nang tanong. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye!